Helping Hands. Oh, I'll say that again. I am Amanda Kennedy, and I'm a postpartum doula with Helping Hands Doula. And for our topic tonight about setting up a peaceful feeding environment, what I wanted to focus on was around the feeding parent's own sustenance, because we're feeding a little baby, but in order to feed a little person, we need to feed ourselves. And we are incredibly hungry when we are trying to produce enough milk to feed another person. So it is critical that we're eating healthy food, drinking lots of fluids, hydrating ourselves. And on the hydration topic, I love to recommend a water bottle with a straw. It makes a big difference in being able to drink one-handed or have somebody else help you. So like as a doula, I'm often handing someone their drink and they're able to drink out of it instead of, trying to pour it for them, which can potentially end up in a lot of people being wet. So that's a much nicer and more comfortable way for everyone to have a drink. And then the nutrition side of it, of course, we talk about meal prep and things that we should be doing, but keeping snacks that are easily accessible. You can grab them with one hand and pop them in and eat them quickly and easily. Chewing them at night as well. It's really important to be having snacks as you're feeding through the night. You need that energy to keep up, to produce milk, but it also is really helpful in keeping you alert and awake at night. So crunchy things like grapes or nuts, Cheerios, um, chips, anything healthy obviously is what we're going to recommend, but something is better than nothing. I'd rather you have a Big Mac than not eat, because you can't find something that works from a certain perspective. So having a little like cart beside where your feeding station is, and I know everyone's going to talk in more detail about things around that feeding environment. But having a part of your stuff and supplies that are sitting there is little snacks that you can grab easily and eat, or someone else can help you grab and hand you, or even pop in your mouth for you. And I've even seen people use like the little cosmetic fridges and keep things like cheese strings or yogurt drinks, things that they like to have that are cold and have good protein and can keep them going through the night. So that is my 2 cents, is about having good snacks handy. And every time you feed your baby, eating and drinking at the same time will help you stay fueled up to do what they need as well. So I'm going to send it on to Carla.
Carla, you're muted.
Mute. I know you automatically muted us. Sorry, I'm going to start all over again since nobody could hear me. I am Carla Murphy, a postpartum doula with Helping Hands, and I'm going to talk about having a comfortable environment for yourself. And this is whether you are breastfeeding, bottle feeding, some combination thereof, however it is that you're getting food into your little one, and whoever it is that's getting the food into them, you will spend a lot of time doing this. So having a comfortable place for you to sit or lie if you are a mama who is breastfeeding, as baby gets older, you may want to be able to do it in a more of a reclining position, just so you can get a bit more rest. But having a chair where you've got a nice comfortable back, where your feet either touch the floor, or if you're short like me and there are no chairs that help let your feet touch the floor, have a little footstool. A lot of people will buy just the little collapsing foldable footstools, and they find having that there to put their feet on helps them keep baby at the right level, again, whether you're breastfeeding, bottle feeding. If you need cushions or blankets, like make your own little nest. And often what we also advise people, depending on your home, if you've got more than one floor, for instance, maybe have a little feeding nest on the second floor and a little feeding nest on the main floor, so that you're not having to go running up and down the stairs every day or every time, when baby decides that they are hungry and you want to be in your comfy seat with all of your comfy accoutrement and snacks around you. So that's my 2 cents worth, and I will pass it on to the next person. Unfortunately, I think Shondell could not make it, or did she come along when I wasn't looking? No, no,
I'm
Shondell.
here.
Oh, you are here. Hi, Shondell.
Okay,
I will pass it along to you.
thank you. Um, Good night. I'm Shondell. I'm a postpartum doula with Helping Hands. My tips would be making sure the room is a bit dim, a bit dark, and not bright because sometimes when you're feeding the baby, sometimes baby eyes go all around and sometimes they don't want to sleep. So I'll say like making sure the room's like really dark, really comfy, feeling really nice. And also I would say a really nice sound machine. That's a really help. Also not only for baby but also for mom. It's very, very calming. I've heard lots of parents saying that it really calms them. So I would say having a really nice calming machine. I'll also say, again, like with everyone else, having something to drink, maybe a cup of tea, some water, some snacks and stuff there. I'll say, like, yeah, that's what I'll say. That's my 2 cents. And I'm not sure if I'm the last person. Am I the last person? Is it Sharon?
Yes,
I'll pass it on
yes,
to Sharon.
I'm up next.
Okay.
So my tip is to have positive mental imaging. So just loving on the baby, looking at that sweet face. The more you comfortable you are, the more you're enjoying this time with the baby, the better things will go, whether you're bottle feeding or if you're at the breast. Just really enjoying this time with the baby. And some things that some of my families have found helpful. Shondell said a sound machine, but sometimes from the mom's point of view, playing her playlist. What is mom's favorite music? What makes her happy and brings her up? Also at nighttime, the nighttime feedings are sometimes quite challenging for some of the parents to stay awake. So if you're comfortable with it, putting on your favorite TV show and just having that is your white noise and being able to see something that makes you happy if it's a comedy or something like that. Or sometimes people will put a photo stick with all pictures of their family that comes repeats up on the TV, and hopefully lots of pictures of this new little baby. And the more you can, think positive and enjoy this time, the easier the feedings will be, the happier the baby will be. And it's going to go great for you guys. And I look forward to seeing you in the breakout rooms. Next is Anab.
Hi, everybody. So I kind of just wanted to chat a little bit more about the why behind, and especially if you're breastfeeding, really understanding what a calm environment supports from the perspective of oxytocin. We know oxytocin plays such an important role in breastfeeding, but in milk letdown. And so it's so important to be in a calm environment because I think if we put ourselves in the shoes of the little ones, often we see babies as little special beings, but in reality, they're just little humans, right? And so if you were going to eat a meal in a restaurant, would you prefer to eat it in a calm restaurant that had soothing music and the light was dim? You'd probably enjoy your meal a lot more versus being in a very hectic environment where you were very overstimulated. So understanding that really helps us to create that calm environment. And whether that's going to a separate space that's calm and quiet, also allowing for an opportunity to bond with baby, great eye contact, skin to skin, all of these things really play, I think, a huge role in the feeding experience. And whether you are formula feeding, breastfeeding, or pumping also, it definitely plays an important role because when the parents are calm, it really helps the babies to be calm. They're very intuitive and they can pick up on your heart rate and how you're feeling, and your stress level as well. So when we're more calm, it does support them as well. And a calm surrounding for baby really does help them to properly get that nutrition in and then also digest. And so we're keeping them in that calm state. So I always encourage you to take that time time. And although, those newborn stages in the first few weeks can feel really busy and hectic at different times, use feeding as an opportunity to spend that time bonding with baby, whether it's mom and dad or any other supporting member in the family. And yeah, and also babies really they really thrive in routine. So once you're taking them to that calmer environment and you're sitting down, all of these are little cues, and they tend to know, okay, we're about to feed, right? And that is a positive reaction for them, something that they always want. And typically they'll see as a positive thing. And creating that routine and those cues really allow them to enjoy the feeding experience a lot more as well. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Maraika Razawi. I know it's a mouthful. I'm a postpartum doula with Helping Hands, and I would like to talk about that part of a peaceful environment is also when you have peace of mind. It makes it easier to have a peaceful environment, and I think peace of mind comes from having support and knowledge. And support can be as simple as your partner bringing you snacks or doing the burping or taking care of you while you're feeding or doing the bottle feeding after. It can also come from professional support like us awesome doulas at Helping Hands, who can help you guide through the night or who can help you set up a safe or comfortable feeding space, or who can help you with the breastfeeding and the positions that there are. As well as I think one of the biggest tools that I wish everybody had right at the beginning or maybe even before they have their baby is an appointment with a lactation consultant, because I think they have a wealth of knowledge, and then they can set you up on the right foot. That didn't come out right, but and guide you even beforehand. I sometimes think it should almost be part of preparing before baby comes, having an appointment with a lactation consultant. They can help you with what kind of bottles you need. Do you need a pump? Are you intending on double feeding, breastfeeding, and bottle feeding? And they can help you with flange sizes. And I just think that all that knowledge before the baby comes gives you a peace of mind when the baby's there. And then when you do have a hungry baby, then maybe you already have some tools that can get you through those difficult nights or those feedings with a little baby that doesn't quite know the ropes yet. And so and I just think outside support is just key to having a peaceful feeding environment. And that was my little.
And it's back to my turn. So those are our tips for a peaceful feeding environment. And I love, Anab, that you mentioned formula feeding as well. Everything everyone shared, obviously we leaned a little more into breastfeeding, but they're all very applicable to formula feeding, bottle feeding, whether it's with formula or pumped milk. And as well, we're trained in helping you learn how to slow pace bottle feed and learn that process too, so that babies are comfortable and then you're more comfortable bottle feeding as well. So just a last little piece that I wanted to add in so everyone feels comfortable in the support they would receive if they were working with us, that we are approaching this from what works best for your family and making it peaceful and calm for you. So without further ado, we are going to go into our breakout rooms now. So it would be great if you kept your screen video on so that we can see you and chat with you. You will go into a room and stay there, and the doulas will cycle through. Our lovely Drew will give a heads up. You just have to kind of pay attention at the top of the screen for that reminder that we'll be moving. And then the doulas will move, and you'll just wait, and the next couple of doulas will come through. So sit back and relax, and we'll see you in a minute.